You know, it's so important to constantly be reminding yourself with positive thoughts and think about positive things on a regular basis. When I was younger, I never really thought that this was important. I mean, I knew it was important, and it's sort of a struggle for everybody. I strongly believe that. I think there are some people in this world that are naturally happy, but I think the vast majority of the people are sort of sit in the middle. That you have not great days. Some days you have good days. Some days you have bad days, and we kind of sit in the middle. And we have to constantly be reminding ourselves that we're good people, we're remarkable, that we really are. We really matter in the larger scheme of things, and all of those thoughts are so vitally important, especially as you start moving on and doing things that are not regular, that basically hold some sort of leadership and show leadership within the world. And what do I mean by leadership? I'm talking about where you've got the general mass, like everybody, and then you do something that's slightly different. So everybody is somewhat of a leader in my view, and you're doing something different, for some sort of positive change in this world. And so I think everybody is a leader, and how you define positive is very independent, and sometimes it's not necessarily positive for some people. But doing those leadership things, you need to really remind yourself that you are a good person and that you're remarkable, because it is a challenging thing to stand against the masses and not sort of being a conformist and not doing what everybody else is doing, because that is pretty easy to do, because that's what we naturally do, right? We've got sort of two sort of perspectives, right, that we're constantly battling. One is staying the course with what everybody else is doing, and then the other one is doing something that's slightly different, that's slightly sort of random, that everybody else is not doing. And we need both of those things to occur in our life to do okay. But that sort of random component is very hard to do if you're not reminding yourself that you are a good person and that you're somewhat remarkable. So, oh, by the way, if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Massac. I'm Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There's so many people that help me out that I want to pay the favor for to help you out. So this combination of battling being a conformist, being a nonconformist, I think it's a central part of being human, but also finding opportunities that resonate with you. I think the notion that we have, that a lot of people have, that we're sort of that we have liberty and freedom and all those kind of things, is especially sort of American centric view. Um, it's not, it's not the end all and be all. And in fact, I think it would lead you astray if that's the way that you thought about the world all the time. You need a combination. You need a very strong combination where you're working with other people, and part of other people's lives, and they're part of your lives, and you're relying on each other. But then every once in a while, you do things that are unique and different, and you do identify some unique opportunity from that. And that combination of those two actions requires you to um, remind yourself on a regular basis that you are a good person and that you're doing the right thing. Because if you are doing something that nobody else is doing, we don't have you don't really have a basis for how you are. And what is your and that's how we sort of determine as human beings. That's how we determine how we're standing, if we're doing the right thing, the wrong thing, is we sort of look to other people. And so you have to constantly remind yourself that what you're doing is right, it's just, that you are a good person, and there's little ways that you can do this, and I strongly believe in them, and I'm not good at it, and I forget just like everybody else, but remembering to smile, remembering to laugh, those things are so important in our lives, and we downplay them. I think that's like the crazy thing is that we think, um, especially in American business culture or like global business culture, we have to be serious all the time, but that's not being a human being. We need to recognize that being a human being, we need to smile, and that is a healthy part of living. It's a healthy part of actually accomplishing things. I think we need to have that sort of combination of silliness and goofiness and smiling, as well as the seriousness. If everything is serious all the time, it feels far too much like work, and you're not going to, um, you're just not going to persist at it that long. You get to the moment where you're like, ah, I don't want to do this anymore. Being silly, goofy is healthy, and it helps you navigate these these boundaries of doing leadership roles, in being a leader in your life. So, practice smiling, practice, doing things that really are good. If you're a huggy kind of person, practice hugging, practice laughing, um, just practice being you. I think that's important. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.